All right, so let's get those power pellets working. First off, we need to start by creating an animator for our ghost. So let's create a new folder here called Ghost. And we're going to set a moving animation. Now, this one's really simple. We just need to go to our sprites and go down to Ghost Template and drag that in. And then we're going to drag the second one onto 6 and then the first one onto 12. And now if we hit play, well, our ghost is invisible, so we can't see them. Actually, they shouldn't be invisible. Let's just click play for a second. Okay, then go to our ghost, click play, and we can see that they are animating. I'll just zoom into the scene. Cool. So the animation is working. We are going to go to our animator. We're going to create another one for idle. Whoops. Which is technically what we should have called our Pacman start animation, but that's fine. And idle is just going to not be moving. And our entry is going to be into idle, so right click idle and click make transition. Oh, whoops. Default layer state. So then we're going to do something similar to what we did with Pacman. We are going to create a bool called moving. And then if moving is true, then we will be moving. Get rid of the exit time. And we cannot transition to self. Uncheck that. And then we're going to go down to idle as well. And we are going to be idle if moving is false. Now I know their eyes are constantly pointed left, but we're actually going to swap out the eyes sprite to be either up, down, left, or right. Completely separate from this. It's not going to be part of the animation, so you don't need to worry about that. Now let's go into our enemy controller. On setup, actually we can just copy this into our setup. We're going to set moving to false. Now we don't have access to our animator yet in our enemy controller. So we want to type in public animator, animator, and then animator equals get component animator, or wait. Is it animator or animation? Let me just check. Animator, cool, that's what I thought. So now we have our animator. In setup, we are going to set moving to false. We're going to go down to update. Under our game is running. We're going to say if is frightened. Animator.setBool. Moving to true. And frightened to false. Else, we're going to set frightened to true. And actually, we can just set moving to true outside of this because we're going to do it regardless. So then we're going to create another animation for being frightened. So bool, frightened, and let's create our animation. So create clip. Ghost and frightened. And we just need to find our frightened 1, frightened 2 into 6, frightened 1 into 12. Click play. Oh, so I think what's happening is our color. Okay, yeah, so this is where we have to change this. We only want our color to be hard set like this if we are not frightened. So we'll get into that in a second, but essentially if we turn this to white, it will work. And another thing we're going to do is if we are frightened, then iSprite.enabled equals false. We don't want to display our eyes anymore. They look a little bit creepy. I believe there's a sprite, like ghost sprite dot color equals new color. And then in here, what do we put? Is this RGB? I think it's... Oh, it's because I'm spelling it Canadian way. Okay. So our color code for red is 255.00.255. 255.00.255. Okay, yeah, actually, so what we're going to want to do is go to the top and make a public color. And if we are frightened, we're going to set our color to 0. Otherwise, we're going to set our color to equal color. Okay, so just recap. We're setting our ghost's color manually through code. If we're frightened, we want to set it to white. And if we're not frightened, we want to set it to whatever color we declare in our inspector. So if we go to the inspector, we should be able to just declare the values for the RGB, which just stands for red, green, blue. Where is our, okay, color. So we can set it right here. 255.00.255. Let's do the exact same thing with pink. So this one is 250.142.225. 250.142. Oh, whoops. 250.142 to, I think it was 225, and then 255. Yeah. Okay, so we're just setting the sprite color. By default, too, we can just set it to white in our sprite renderer. And they'll be white there, but you'll notice if we start the game right now, they should be red and pink. Oh, we're actually getting an error as soon as we start the game right now because we haven't added the animator to the rest of the ghosts, so that's fine. So let's just keep doing this for now. Let's set our color to 5, 250, 250, 255. 5, 250, 250, 255. And then set our sprite color back to white. And then orange. 250, 139, 13. 250, 139, 13. And then 255. Set our sprite renderer back to white. So now they'll all be white. But as soon as they load, it will set the color to this color if they are not frightened. And if they are frightened, it'll just set it back to white so it can load in the blue color right here. Okay, so now let's test this, but in order to do that, we need to add our animator. And this controller is called red. We're going to rename that from red to ghost. So our animator should be ghost. Let's just add that onto pink. Animator. Ghost. And blue. Animator. Ghost. And orange. Animator. Okay, so now hopefully there aren't any errors when we load up. So right now the color currently is not working, but it is working as soon as we hit setup. And that's because this is only happening if our game manager is not running right now. So what we can do is just copy this to be above game manager is running. Okay. So we load up the game, they adjust to their correct colors. I imagine if we set it to frightened, yeah, so it basically just turns the color off. So if frightened, then we set frightened to true. So let's make sure that's working now. Let's just click our ghost, and we only have to do this for one ghost. It'll do it for the rest. Click frightened, and that's correct. But we need to go to our animator. And we need to create our link to frightened. So we're going to go to frightened. If moving is true and frightened is false. And start the game. Then click is frightened. And that still doesn't seem to be working. Oh, it's loading both is moving and is frightened. So for is moving, we also need to set frightened equals false. Try that again. Set our red to is frightened. And it's still doing it. That's strange. So, oh. We do this if frightened is true and moving is true. Okay, let's try it one last time. Actually, it looked like frightened was set to false. Oh. It is currently working for 2 of the ghosts and not for the other ones. So it looks like is frightened might be getting checked as soon as the program loads, which is a little bit strange because in our setup, is frightened is getting set to false. Let's load this up one more time. I want to see what's going on. So right now, is frightened is false. That's good. And is frightened is false, and it's still loading this. So moving's true, is frightened is true. So somewhere along the way we have set is frightened to true, and we should not have. Oh, okay. That's my bad. Sometimes programming is just incredibly inconvenient. So if is frightened, that's when we set frightened to true. Otherwise, we want to set to false. Another problem I noticed is we set it to 0, 0, 0, 0. It should be set to 255, 255, 255 for white. So let's make sure that that's correct here. If it sets it to black, it essentially just makes it see-through. So sorry if somebody noticed that I had is frightened set to false if is frightened is true and was just hitting their head off a wall waiting for me to figure that out. So I am pretty confident that this is going to work this time. They aren't animating. Now they are animating, that's good. So now if we take red and set is frightened to true. Perfect. Pink, let's set is frightened to true. Blue. And orange. Great. We're also going to have a frightened blinking for when they're about to not be frightened anymore. But in order to do that, we need to get the power palette set up with the game manager. So that's going to be what we work on next.